So a while back, I ran a campaign on Spotify Ad Studio because, believe it or not, you can actually run ads directly on Spotify. They're audio-only ads, or at least they were until now. And that's the whole purpose of this video. Spotify announced that you could run video ads on Spotify. It's only for the free users of the platform, but it's video ads. So I thought it might have a better shot than the results of my previous Spotify Ad Studio campaign, which went horrible. And spoiler alert, this one did not go well either. Like, it really did not go well. So let me dive through the campaign and let's see what we can figure out about this. So I'll show you the video that I used.
I just wanna change.
So, like, it's not the best video in the world, but I've used this video in Facebook ads, and it did moderately well. So I thought it would be a good contender to do for this. I thought it would make more sense than some of the other videos that performed better on Facebook ads. So I rolled with this. Now, if we go to the targeting, where's my targeting? I'll go to details here. I did go for pretty aggressive targeting. I wanted to be able to tell the results of this campaign apart from my Facebook ads that were running. So I figured if I go with people just in the United States who were women, from 13 to 40, if I saw a spike in female or a spike in USA, that would be easier to track than if I did something else. So I went with that. And also I figure if I'm going to pay a lot for ads, I might as well have them be high quality, right? Because I previously learned that Spotify Ad Studio, very expensive to promote your music through. And I've also targeted the Chainsmokers, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, and Khalid as targets on Android and iOS. So, that's the kind of setup for the campaign. Let's go into the report. $250 campaign. Remember that. We got 7,000 impressions. We reached 7,120 people, frequency of 1.01, a completion rate, which I believe is the completion rate of the video, of 85%. Now, it's a 14-second video, so that doesn't really mean much. You can see throughout the campaign how many impressions and reach you got. Now we scroll down, and we can see the video results. That's all cool, but we get to the most important part of this whole thing. The number of listeners we gained. 4. We gained 4 listeners. We basically spent 40. I basically spent, what does that math come down to? Spent $62.50 per listener. We get an average of 6.5 streams per listener. So if we multiply that out, we basically paid $10 per stream. Now, I will point out that 2 of those people showed intent to listen to my music again by saving it or adding it to a playlist, but that still doesn't remotely justify this. If this was like $1 per listener, I still wouldn't recommend it. But it's way more than that. Even if I mess something up drastically in all of this setup stuff, I would have expected $1 per result per listener to still be kind of like a meh. But there is just no excuse for $63 per listener and $10 per stream. So just to give you a quick preview of the other campaign I run, if you don't plan on checking out that other video, it was also a $250 campaign, 83,000 impressions, frequency of 4, high completion rate. But we ended up with 164 listeners, averaging 8 streams, and new listeners averaging, well, also roughly 8 streams, and an intent rate of 31%. So this campaign did drastically better. This was an audio-only ad where I almost don't even want to show the ad, but it's basically me talking over the song, being like, hey, everyone, check out my new song, and somehow that did better. Now, there are a few other factors to this, of course. If I go to the details, I'm targeting all genders, and I'm targeting only desktop and locations in the USA and different artists. So I don't know. I think this video platform is just a completely different thing. My only logical conclusion for this, right? This is my second test doing this. I spent $500 testing out Spotify Ad Studio, so you don't have to. That's the moral of this video. Like, I've tried this twice, and I'm relatively experienced in marketing stuff on Facebook ads and Google ads. Yes, it's a different platform, and yes, like, things are different, but it shouldn't be that bad. Now, that's not to say Spotify Ad Studio doesn't make sense for everyone. I think if you're like Ford or like a giant company, or you're trying to sell products online where, let's say your products cost $500. If you get one sale from this, you might justify your whole campaign. But I think for musicians, it just really doesn't make sense to promote your ads on Spotify Ad Studio. I think if you're a very large musician, like let's say you have 100,000, 200,000 monthly listeners, and you want to retarget your listeners because you're selling merch or doing a show, that makes sense. But cold targeting people on Spotify Ad Studio just makes no sense. So if you want to learn more about how to actually promote your music using Facebook ads, you can check out this playlist right here. And if you want to talk more about this and your experiences, there's a link to my forum down below where you can let me know and talk to other people who might have tried this as well. So anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.